Building a business is rarely easy, incredibly unpredictable, but when there's passion, drive, and strong support from friends, family, and community, the end result is often success. Let's explore two Georgia-grown businesses that have done just that, one with sugar and one with spice. Let's begin in Pooler, Georgia, just west of Savannah, where a creative and driven couple have brought tasty flavors of the world to a small corner of Georgia. These stores are an homage to flavor. When you walk in the door, the scent is hard to define. Be it rosemary, garlic, or a beautiful mix of 1,000 other possibilities found from all around the globe, the good news is that whatever you are smelling or craving, these two dreamers and their dedicated helpers will point you in the right direction. Be it sugar, salt, spices, teas, dips, or even gorgeous artwork, it's all here at the Salt Table.
Salt is really just about flavor. So we've brought in salts from all over the world. We have infused salts, smoked salts. So that's kind of where we started when we thought about having a salt store. Just, how do we make people enjoy what they're doing and what they're cooking just a little bit better?
And she does a great job with the seasoning blends, mixing salts, the perfect salts with the right combination of seasoning blends for just about any type of cooking opportunity, for flavoring everything from seafood to steaks and veggies and casseroles. She comes up with something really great.
I try to, and one of the first things that we did when we went on our journey for salt was we created what's become our signature and flagship product called All Round Good Grinder Blend, because it's all round good, because you're in the South, you gotta talk Southern. We use the base as the Himalayan pink salt, which we think is a great salt for a lot of different reasons, including the fact that it's got 84 trace minerals. So it's just literally good on everything.
The way this started is Carol made this as a Christmas present about 2009, and I'm a graphics and marketing guy, so I couldn't let her come up with a great seasoning blend without a great label. So these were intended as gifts for a friend, so I came up with this name, the Salt Table, which didn't exist, wasn't a company, and this picture of us goes back to that period in time. We're wearing sunglasses. It was meant to be funny, but it stuck, and it's the same logo ever since.
So it's kind of like the Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak of salt.
Yeah,
Salt.
And we created it in our garage, right?
We did. You gotta have salt. You can't live without salt. So why not have good salt?
Yeah, salt gets a bad rap because people oversalt their things and you don't need to. A little goes a long way, and particularly with seasoning salts because they can add a lot to your good cooking, and that's what we're all about. A lot of folks, they have chicken all the time and it always tastes the same. Well, with our products, you could have 30 different flavors of chicken.
And people just love us. They just love what we do, and they love how their cooking comes out once they put our products on their foods. Not only do we make our own products in-house, and we have our own brand, but we support other brands as well, and we think that's very important for the travelers, tourists, and even our locals that want to just shop local.
Hundreds of different products and blends are sold at stores all over the country and is a favorite with chefs. But if you are visiting the Georgia coast, your best option is to stop by one of their 4 stores, each with its own original style. One is at the Savannah Airport.
We have visitors from all over the world visit our airport, our city, and our shop. And in it, we sell a lot of great products, Georgia grown, and many of our Salt Table products.
Where you can also add on a bottle of regionally produced spirits.
People really like to bring home spirits for a souvenir or as a gift for a friend. And so we have many from both South Carolina and Georgia. Some of our better selling products in our store are the Savannah Bourbon, and people like this bourbon a lot, and it won a major award.
There's the Beachside Shop down south on Jekyll Island. The shop and production facility in nearby Pooler, Georgia, which we'll visit later in this story, and the downtown Savannah shop, where I got to learn about a few of their store items in addition to the salts and spices.
We liked Savannah, we lived in Savannah.
We met in Savannah, and so we looked around. We literally pounded the streets and came up with a concept, put together a business plan, and here we are.
We've been written up in a lot of magazines, and a lot of that has been based on our love of travel. And so we've incorporated our love of travel with our product line. So we pick places to go, like in the Caribbean or in Thailand or in Germany.
Salt is an adventure, it really is. And when you really get out there and you start looking for salt, you find it in unusual places. Utah, here in the United States, the big salt flats, and people don't even think about how old salt can really be.
What makes this really unique is this is 200 million years old, and people come into the store and they'll say, well, how long will the salt last? And I said, well, considering it's 200 million years old, I think you're safe.
But another funny story is about the island of Tybee.
Yes, actually, the Indian or the indigenous people of the island named it Tybee, and Tybee means salt or place of salt.
In Yamakra.
And Carol actually made a blend that honors that whole tradition of seafood and salt.
Salts from
and
Tybee Island.
We call it our Tybee Island Coastal Blend, and it's our #2 bestseller.
It's our #2, and it did win the Flavor of Georgia contest.
Just give you a little quick tour. We have honey from Savannah, and we have a lot of sauces and jellies and jams and barbecue sauces, pickles, jellies, cheese straws, you name it. And we just really enjoy our Georgia-grown products.
Tommy Williams from Lyons, Georgia. This is extra virgin olive oil from his own grove of olive trees. The way I tell people, this is a premium product, so this is what you're using when you really want that wonderful, fresh olive oil taste in your foods.
Honey on the Hill, Dale and Anna Fisher are good friends, and these folks came to us. We were one of the first or maybe second retail stores that sold their products. They have expanded greatly since then over the years. They now have 4 stores of their own, and they're just going gangbusters. So we've been very proud to have an opportunity to have their products in our stores.
You also get to capture the artistic essence of Savannah through the art. Or are those photos on the wall?
We feature our local photographers, and we're really proud to do that. He's a local Savannian and married a beautiful Puerto Rican, and together they turn their passion of photography into beautiful pieces of art.
It's beautiful. If you look at it, they actually look like paintings, but it's actual unretouched photographs. They don't use Photoshop, and they're proud to say that. They're just spectacular. And if you look at all these pictures, you notice one thing in common, which is unbelievable in Savannah, is that there are no people in the pictures.
They get up way earlier than I do.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
After exploring the Savannah store, Dave and Carol took me to Pooler to see where the spice magic happens. Nothing mechanized in the blending, it's all by hand, and a feast for the senses, especially the nose.
This is the good stuff. This is our #1 blend. This is our all-around good grinder blend. We put all of our ingredients right here in this bowl. The Himalayan salt, the peppercorns, onions, and garlic. We hand blend it, and then we start putting it in our bottles. We then put with labels on, and then it's ready to ship out the door all around the country, all around the world. We don't use any machinery, and we think that by hand blending and packaging, we kind of put a little personal touch into it. This is the way we've done it from the very beginning. This is our table here where we put our finished goods. So we've got things that we put into bags. This is our taffy. And then we have things that we put into bottles. These are some smoked peppercorns. This is our all-round good grinder blend. Look how beautiful it is. So we're going to be labeling those, and then we'll put them on the shelves. And we have everything from bay seasoning. We call this is a really nice spicy thing that we call Peppy, a southern blend that's great for putting on fried chicken or French fries. We have our live oak lime and pepper, which we developed using our own infused lime salt. People love it on their chicken, they love it on fish. And then we also bag, pecans, because we are in Georgia. We do a lot with pecans, and we do a lot with peanuts.
So one of the more fun things we do is we have a product called the Himalayan Salt Block, and it's a solid piece of Himalayan salt. People use this as a cutting board and as a cooking stone.
So the flavor from the Himalayan salt can go into the food.
Yes, so that salt is transferred into the food while you're using it as a cutting board. As a cooking stone, it can be used in the oven. It can be used on a gas stove, or most people use it on a gas grill or charcoal grill.
And you crush this big block up.
Yeah.
And it's the same as what you got in the bottle
Yeah,
there.
this is the Himalayan salt, and this is one of our products. It's actually our most popular salt, so it's awesome.
So spice up your life and maybe get something sweet on top. Either way, it's fun to just explore the store. But you'll most likely find yourself taking home a chip of salt off the old block, and maybe the entire block itself. Either way, you'll be glad you did.